What's going down? Are we live?
Yes, sir.
Bring us in.
Man, you are back again at the What It Takes podcast, man. We vibing on a high frequency right now. I got my brother Skitz Pittz, my brother Sidney Breedlove, and then, Trayvick right here, myself. How y'all feeling, man?
And we got Chris on the board.
And Chris.
On the ones and twos.
Forgive me. Oh my goodness. You can punch me in the arm if you want later, bro. I won't do anything. Shout out to my boy Chris on the cam, doing the best. So how we all feeling? How we feeling?
Blessed and highly favored, man.
Okay.
I'll set it off,
Good energy.
Smooth, man.
Yeah, I was thinking the same. Oh, that's not what I was thinking. Cut Chris up a little bit.
Yeah, I was looking at that, man. Skeezy.
Yo.
Mm-hmm.
What's the vibe, man? How y'all feeling? How was y'all's week, man?
Quick.
Yeah, it was kind of over in a blink for me as well, man. Lots of work. Well, good things.
Mm-hmm. Good vibrations. No, I'm just slow motion right now, man.
Slow-mo.
Yeah. Making it happen.
Man, y'all ain't gonna tell me what y'all did this week or something?
I was about to say.
Come on,
man, we
some,
got it.
Some things Shit, I've been hustling, man. That's really all I've been.
Oh,
I've been on some financial roles and things. Just trying to increase income coming in. So that's what I've been on, really.
Anything particular that you saving, like getting money for to utilize it towards?
Everything.
I mean, duh. But anything in particular at top of mind?
Everything. Really everything. I mean,
you just said off cam, one step at a time. So what's we get the
first
money.
step.
That's the
Is
first
everything.
step.
First step, you run out the money.
Okay.
You get more money. Once you get money, make that money make some money for you. And then once you get that, now you can do whatever you want.
All right. So back to the original question is, what do you want?
I mean, shit, we got to make a lot of things happen. Just, I'm a traveler at heart. I want to go some more places. I want to shoot some more high-class videos, you know what I'm saying?
Okay.
That's really it, man. I just want to be able to market more. I'm able to now. We still doing it now, but just, one thing about music that I'm sure every artist knows is it takes, we say this every episode, it takes money to do this. It takes money. Whether it's your money, his money, somebody got to have the money. And when you're doing it by yourself, it's probably going to be you that got to have the money. You can use relationships too. Relationships are a form of money in a sense, but I like having money to back it, because if the relationship, if a person don't want to do it or they ain't got time, money will assist the situation. You can just pay somebody to do it. You know what I'm saying? If you could pay somebody to do something, you probably can avoid a lot of things that you if you couldn't pay somebody to do something. So that's really just what I'm on. It's specifically figuring out or just learning more about how to make my money make more money.
Okay, money man. What about you, Sid?
We talking about what we did this week, right?
Well, that was my week.
Yeah, what
You know what I'm
what
saying?
did you
It
do
kind of
this
went
week?
somewhere else, but is that what we
I mean,
answered?
that was my
Basically,
week.
yeah.
But he asked me the question.
Yeah, no, he did. I've been focused on things outside of music, trying to build up to coming back with a heavier social media presence. I've been lining up, getting ready to go on a run of dropping
Let that shit
content,
go.
musical content
So building your
very soon.
momentum.
So I've been planning that out.
Oh,
You know,
man.
coming up with, the dates, lining everything up, starting to get cover art, reaching out to make sure production is,
Okay.
is cleared and all that types of stuff. So
Okay,
that's
so-
pretty much what I've been focused on
Okay, vibes.
for the most part. Yeah.
That's what's up, man.
What about you, bro?
Man, a lot of the same. Honestly, I'm planning to putting together some events. So I'm excited about those. Lots of conversations with family as well. I'm lit about the fact that we're doing our family reunion this year. So it's been conversations about that, just getting the communication together. We haven't done it in the past 2 years. So because of COVID and whatnot. So I'm excited. It's gonna be here in the city. So it's gonna be it's anticipated to be a big turnout. So I'm excited about that. And just so those are kind of the things, and also making money and hoping that I find the way to make more money. As the money man would say.
Yeah.
What about you, Chris? What's up, man? What's the vibe over there?
This week,
Yeah, man.
I've been enjoying my unemployment.
You still working or y'all just off? You on break?
Right?
Nah.
Nah, it's over.
Oh, you left the school?
Yeah, it's over, man.
Oh shit.
New chapter, new journey.
So you out here?
Yeah, fuck them kids.
My man's has joined
crazy.
the group of roles.
You don't think your kids gonna see this?
Nah, they gonna see it, man. They know I fuck with them, man. It's all good, man.
But I say they gonna know he has a sense of humor.
Yeah. But that's what's up. New journey.
Actually,
new
they
chapter.
never see him. They may not know who this is behind it.
Oh, no, they know about this. I've been talking about this shit.
Oh, for real?
Oh, yeah, they go up.
They gonna be like, we know his voice.
Oh man, well shout out to the kids, man. Sometimes even kids gotta know that transitions happen into the next phase of your life.
Speaking of transitions, and Chris, what you got for us? Was that corny?
Yes.
That
I figured we
was
could,
kind of smooth.
It was, but
I don't know if we
We hate-
unanimously agreed on what we was going to
I
talk
think
about.
we did. I think it was just victual again.
yeah.
But
As it is always.
I know y'all talk about being engineers, so y'all could talk about that. Like what? First off, for the people that don't know, what is it? What exactly do you do
What's
As
an engineer?
as an
That was a
engineer?
great question. I can't believe we
Push
didn't
some
answer
buttons. Nah,
that. We ain't gonna do that now.
nah, I'm joking. I'm gonna be Trayvick.
Pop us off, Skitz.
I mean, I think, what does an engineer do in the most layman's term? So a tracking engineer, like you the first person to pretty much record the artist and make it sound good enough for them to leave the studio and want to share it with their friends.
Mm-hmm.
Hopefully.
Hopefully. But that's what a good engineer should do. Increase the sound. It all starts with the artist. So an engineer they can make magic happen, but like the artist should have something input first. Who's that? Oh.
Oops.
But that's like the basic steps of an engineer. Just track and record an artist. Step one.
Okay.
How you want to add on to
Vic,
that?
what does an engineer do?
Man. An engineer. I would
An
say
audio engineer.
Oh. I'm sorry. you sent me going down a different rabbit hole.
Nah,
didn't
not
you?
even you. Just people watching.
Yeah, because I was finna go into
There's
it.
so many. You got mechanical engineers. Like
Right. I was
talking
going,
about music, obviously.
An
This
audio
is a podcast.
engineer
Audio
is-
engineer.
is I would say an architect of audio. Taking sounds and capturing them the best way they can, and then letting us get in the recording the artist.
So, when you say capture, what does that mean? For the viewers that,
Recording.
when you say an engineer
Well, there's
captures
multiple
the
versions.
audio, what does that mean?
Well, there's different versions
Y'all
of an
give us a
audio
quick
engineer.
example of what it looks like when an artist comes to the studio. Because you got to think, bro. Again, right? And this is funny to us. I'm being serious though. It's probably why Chris asks these type of questions. There are people that literally are like, "Oh my God, I've never seen this," or "I don't." They literally don't know. They know it's a mic. They may know. This is our life, so it's funny to us. But like, what does that look like when an artist shows up to the studio? Don't talk about the equipment or the setup, but like, what are the actions? Like, what are the functions of a session?
I mean, so an audio engineer, I think there's multiple, like, an audio engineer can be more than one thing.
Right.
So that covers multiple roles when engineering audio, whether that's mixing, mastering, and tracking, right? So before you even get to mixing what you're capturing, recording, taking the live vocal and going from the analog, which is, just like what you hear without digital response.
And mixing essentially is just making what you've recorded already sound better.
Right. Or sound to whatever you desire.
Right.
And then mastering is,
making that sound even better.
Yeah, by getting it to a certain level to be able to be
Meet
heard.
certain
requirements for certain platforms that the music will be played on. But that's what an audio engineer is. They take what is live, what is being created in the real life space in the world, capture it into a microphone, into a system, and hopefully it's magic.
That was very eloquent.
Yeah.
Thank you,
but
brother.
I also don't believe in hope. But
Oh, you talking about when I said hope?
I said
No, he said
hopefully it's
hopefully.
magic. You know what I'm saying?
Oh yeah, that's it.
Sometimes it
It
ain't
should be
magic. You know what I'm
magic.
saying? Sometimes that
Nah,
shit.
for real though. We know how them engineers are.
now you just
Anybody can be an engineer
find a
these
better
days.
engineer.
Yeah.
What you did you want to add to it?
I think y'all answered it. I think I pulled it out by
I think.
asking certain.
But you said
get you to go
something.
into detail.
You said something. You asked them like, how does the setup? I think.
Yeah, like
before
how's
we-
the session?
Before we leave the engineer, if any engineers out there, tips to be a good engineer when dealing with
Wow,
artists.
that was amazing.
Get your ass in Pro Tools.
Tips to be an amazing engineer.
Yes.
Yeah, before we even talk about Pro Tools, just
Yeah, I know. I know
Engineer.
this one now.
like, how can you, because we know, bro, like, we artists, we done dealt with different artists. We done been in sessions, sitting with other people in it. Like, we done seen all sides of the spectrum. So it's like, an engineer just getting started. All right, what are some tips? Before we even talk about whatever, just interaction with an artist or speed or, what's important.
I would say, and I engineer a lot of clients, by the way, a lot of rappers, but I would say one of the first things is probably, this sounds cliche, but like know your lane, like know your genre. Because I remember when we were all at school, like one of the teachers, I can't remember which one of them taught us this, but they were like, you get in certain sessions, there's certain things that you're gonna see, and you have to be okay with that. So, for example, when I say know your lane, you may love rap, but it's certain things that you don't want to be around when you get in the studio. Whether that's,
Well, like niggas smoking. And
there you go. Yeah, I was trying to keep it PC.
I mean,
but yeah,
everybody
that.
might not want to be around smoke. You know what I'm saying? So,
gun. Just you
Yeah,
know what I
gun.
mean. It's certain, not for real.
It's a
Women,
dangerous lifestyle.
whatever. Vice versa. You may want to be around, or you may like that type of stuff. You may feel right at home when the vibes come in the studio, whatever. So I think that's, in my opinion, that's super. That's first. That's like fundamental when you're talking about being an engineer.
do you feel like being around that stuff is a part of like become like, what if like they want to be in a different realm, but is that like the initiation part, like just being around, just wildlife?
I can't. You know, I don't want to
40
say
niggas.
because again, it just depends on what
they trying to do.
Again, like what lane you're in, because you can be in hip hop, but you on a more soulful, conscious lane, and you engineering artists like that, or more melodic, or whatever, you know, or you know, you in a certain type of studios that we came up in, where like you said, you know, it's gonna be a little more, you know, gutter, right? But you know, if you're not okay with that, and you may think you are, and you get in them rooms, and it's like, you know, these the real ones. Like you around real members and stuff. Like it's
nigga slap the back of your head.
You know what I'm saying? You around real members. So it's like you gotta. Are you okay with that? So I think that's key when you talk about being an engineer. You know, from there, I won't spend too much time on it, but it's just, you know, just getting your talent up, just getting your skill up. But
Practicing.
if you have, practice, you know. But if you have a certain level of skill, because we could be here all day just talking about your skill level, but you know, if you know how to engineer and you fit well with people and you're able to, you know, have that connection with artists, I think, you know what I mean.
What you think, Vic?
Tips on how to be a great engineer.
Yeah. Starting off, man.
You talking about engineering others, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
Man, just be eager for information and learning, number one. Like, because there's so many things to learn when it comes to just being great at something. So in this space, that is important. And then also being, like, you got to learn how to adapt quickly. Like, that's the only way, like, you going to survive in this. If you can't, it's going to be some, you know what I'm saying, like you said, in the wrong type of session, it's gonna be some harsh people in this industry, and you could, you know what I'm saying, if you don't adapt quickly, adjust, it's like, hey, it could discourage you and put you in a different, you know, realm or space. But I would say be able to adapt and learn quickly.
Now, when you said adapt, I just thought, I think mine would be know how to troubleshoot.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Because so if you stepping into the realm of being an engineer, like you could have practice, like with your friends and all, with everyone else, everything goes smooth. But as soon as you get like a paid session or a big artist, you just recorded somebody or you just recorded yourself 5 minutes ago. Session comes in, you pull up a new session, no signal from the mic, and like it's just like you don't want to look like you don't know what you're doing, because like you got to think when people meeting anybody for the first time, it's like a lot of like questioning there, especially when it's an artist and an engineer, because it ain't, like Sidney said, it ain't a lot of engineers that's fly like that. A lot of people say that they're engineers, but a lot of people not engineers, bro. They not it. They slow. They don't know, like, they don't know how to make you sound good. They like doing other stuff. They focus on like rolling up, all this other stuff instead of focus on fucking with your music. So the first impression is most important. So if the program messing up, or not even messing up, it's just faulty signal, you got to reset everything. You should know how to troubleshoot whatever program you're working out. You should know the studio that you in. Like, that's why I think it's good for an engineer to get there early. If you're working at a new studio that you've never been in, you should go there early. So at least you could maybe do a walkthrough with the people who work there.
Main engineer normally
right.
Help you
like,
out.
Yo, help me set this up. So try to have everything ready to go before they even get in there. So you already know. You done check the levels. Everything's good. And I also think a template is important, but we'll probably talk about that more.
Yeah.
Too, as we get into like whatever else we're going to expand on. But yeah, I think you should know how to troubleshoot, because 9 times out of 10, that's what's going to happen. And the quicker you can figure out the issue, the better engineer you will be.
Definitely agree with that.
And lastly, I think you should love what you do. You know, I know that's cliche as well, probably, but
gotta love it.
You know, because I'm sure there's probably some engineers out there that don't love it, but they're phenomenal. Yeah. But for me, it's just hard to imagine that. Like I couldn't
You can't
imagine
be the
working on
best
the
without
genre.
loving what you do, though.
I think they love it. If they phenomenal, cause I got
Then they have a love for it.
yeah, I know a bunch of engineers, and that's how I know I'm not an engineer. Cause every time I link with my man's AK, or rest in peace Hollywood Swizz,
Rest in peace,
Rest in
Swizz.
peace.
them boys will have a new
And rest in
plug
peace.
in. I can't wait to use it. Like, nigga, I don't care. Like, just throw it on there. But they study, like, one of y'all said, like, know your craft, study, learn. I think you said learn.
Yeah, I think.
Oh, yeah.
But,
Always learning.
like, they literally be learning, not just learning in real time. Like, these boys be, like, going to seminars, like, anything to make the sound better. That's how you know you're a real engineer, because you in love with the science of sound. You know what I'm saying? Like, you like the ins and outs of just sound itself. So I feel like that's what makes a true engineer. Like Sid said, you definitely gotta love it.
No, for sure.
Yeah, I agree with that, bro.
That was a smooth little bag. What's up, Chris?
Good job. I guess a real quick side question. If you could only do one for the rest of your career, which one is engineering
do one
or
what?
making music?
Oh, come on.
Next,
Make
que-
it
next
music.
question. Next question.
I would never engineer a day of night.
If I had to, you feel me? A
Right.
day of my life again,
Niggas, look,
if I had to.
Niggas know me, bro. Like, but you want me to engineer you, my guy? I love you so much, but it's
Hey,
you
you
gonna have
remember what
to
I
pay
said?
a top,
You
My
remember
shit
what I
gonna be like
said?
top
$500 an hour. Something.
but it's gonna be worth it.
Oh, it's gonna be.
It's gonna be worth it, because I'm gonna get you right.
You can't even buy my engineers at this point. It's like
This nigga Trayvick.
I just don't do it unless, like, if you an artist and I fuck with you and I really want, like, a build, like I got a little brother, I'm gonna engineer him when he comes here. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
He can't pay me to engineer him. You know what I'm saying? But
Well, y'all couldn't get Breed about 100 an
Yeah.
hour.
But I'm gonna say the
Press
reason
that button.
why I ain't trying to, because like I said, I'm not an engineer. I'm an artist who knows how to engineer, right? So I'm not an engineer. I just know how to do that shit, and I only learn so I could rap whenever I want. I won't have to wait on another engineer. You know what I'm saying? Like, I could I'll run from this room to that room and record myself. Or bring the mic in the studio with me and do it like that. So I don't even got to worry about it. But I do send it to my my mixing engineer. You know, I know how to mix too, but I would prefer him do it. Because he loves to do it. Like, he going to throw some shit on there. I ain't even know, oh, yeah, I just did this new reverse reverb. It's like brand new technique. So I'm going to let him figure it all out. You know what I mean?
for sure.
Yeah, that was an easy one, Chris.
Okay, I got y'all one. Do y'all have, like, a preferred microphone? So I'm looking it up. They say Beyonce uses the
C800.
C800, I like
we
that
all
one.
said that.
She
Is that the
uses-
one? She uses C800.
She either uses the Telefunken ELA M251 or the vintage AKG C24.
Ooh, I like the
That's hilarious
AKG.
while we talking about something.
Was y'all on
She
AKGs?
used that C800 though.
She probably uses those two mics he said.
Was y'all on
When
the
you get to that
AKG?
point where you can use literally whatever mic you want in the world. There's so many mics we don't even know.
Yeah,
Nah,
I would
facts.
use.
You
the
said
I
what?
never
You said
never
what,
heard
Skitz?
of the MC one. But the AKG, I don't use that number, but I like the AKGs. though.
AKG, yeah, they good for sure. I think I got an AKG at the crib.
But my favorite mic is the Norman.
Yeah, you know what? I ain't even think about that. I ain't know what mic I was gonna say. I agree. Probably the 127. Most people don't even know about the 127. They know about the U87.
Yeah, I like the U87.
The 127.
Nah, that's the 103, the little one.
The
I say
roll
127 just because y'all should know why.
Why?
AI.
Oh,
Oh, the one.
that's the
oh,
one
you talking
that
about the
was,
one you had
exclusive?
to
Huh?
get the teacher to get? You know what I'm saying?
That was the U87.
No, I mean that.
You
that one too,
100%
but there was
had
another.
to get a teacher to get U87.
But there was another
that
one.
and the C800.
But there was
I don't know about besides those two.
There was another Neumann that you had to get.
Probably the 127, but I think sometimes we could just check the 127 out. But it's big, kind of like a
Big, and it had
like
its
a
own, like,
U87.
power source.
That's the C800 for sure.
Yeah.
C800, and there was a Neumann that had its own power source as well.
I've never heard of that.
But all right, do they matter? Like, does a person need a high quality mic? Because for those that don't understand,
I love this
U87 Neumann, these are like what, $3,000 to $5,000 mics.
Yeah.
These ain't no cheap babies.
Yeah.
And the C800,
10.
right?
bands.
These are very expensive mics. And then when you add the Apollo and Universal Audio and all of that,
Yeah.
you know, you talking about like probably $10,000-$15,000 worth of equipment.
Do you need?
But yeah, do you need
an expensive mic?
Do you need expensive? Because you ain't even talking about
No.
you don't need an expensive mic.
No.
Again, you got kids these days recording on a iPod.
How much these mics is we talking on right now? They sound pretty
That's a
glossy.
good question. Who grabbed these, Chris?
Oh, those?
When you just
Yeah,
did
the
whatever
ones
I
you
could
did.
hear.
Like
These are
100?
Rhodes.
It went away. You said what? How much?
You
Like
got a different
100 a
mic,
piece.
100. Yeah.
Yeah, this is the one I use like
So
to record.
these
on my
mics that we
crib.
talking on right now is $100.
There you go.
And y'all hear the clarity. This straight up raw too.
What
This ain't
matters is who
no,
know how to work that
Well, it's not
box.
gonna be raw in here.
It goes back to the engineer again,
It ain't gonna have much but an EQ on it though.
Yeah.
essentially.
Yeah.
Yeah. So again, it go back to the engineer topic, the one we were just having, because if someone has the top of the line equipment, but they don't know how to work it, how to operate it, what good is it gonna do?
Yeah.
But if you give us a little $40 mic, you know what I'm saying, an interface and Pro Tools, I promise you, I'm gonna have you sounding like,
You know what I'm saying?
you know,
That guy.
I'm gonna agree, cause I'm gonna say, man, when we came up, when I first started rapping, man, we used to have, I don't even remember what type of mic it was, but we was on that mic. We was recording on this thing called Mixcraft, and
Some people still use
our
this.
pop filter was really like a do rag. Like we had like finesse some shit up, like dead serious.
Nah,
Like,
for real, I
hustling
already
flow
know.
set up.
But the key, if you can make it sound good rapping through a do rag and some like cheap little mic, wait till you get that real equipment, cause then it's less work. You know what I'm saying? You already know what to do. Like it's more work, but if you can make it sound, even with like speakers, like I used to make beats. If you can make beats sound good on like a little cheap speaker,
Oh yeah, for sure. That's fact. It's gonna hit.
when you put it on some real speakers, that thing gonna like. So yeah, but I agree. I don't think you need the expensive. I think it definitely makes a difference and makes it easier, especially when they listening to it off top. As soon as they come out the booth and you play it back, and it's already sounding like you like dang. So
Y'all remember them SM57s?
yeah,
That
that's
was
the
AI.
long joint.
Talk about this shit.
Nah, the one they gave
That's
you
the
AI.
black skinny one, right?
Black
That's a
skinny when it
shotgun
came
mic.
in your little pack.
It's really like a drum mic.
It's an instrument.
It's
Right.
an instrument mic, nigga.
But we recording on those
Right.
starting out.
Yeah, you can make it happen though.
I don't think we made those sound good, but we tried though.
You can make it sound as good as possible until you
I could these
Look.
days probably.
until you sitting next to a nigga who recorded with the U87.
I would love to see what I could do with an SM57 these days.
Hey man,
That would
make
be
it
my
happen.
test.
It's over there.
You still,
still
oh,
got
you still
yours?
got one?
No, I'm saying, ain't that what he using?
That ain't no SM57.
What is that one?
Is it?
It's a shotgun mic.
That's what
Oh.
a shotgun mic is, though.
SM57 ain't shotgun
SM57
mics.
is a
It's
That's an
it's like an
instrument mic.
overhead.
You don't remember
it's
the
an
mic they
overhead
gave
mic.
I
you?
remember what
That's
you talking
not
about. They
That's
not-
not a shotgun mic.
I mean, they not too different, but I know what you're
It's
saying.
not a shotgun mic, bro.
Okay.
Not Mr. Specific
Right.
himself.
It's about not too different. They're very different.
All right, what else?
In the design. And
I mean, what did y'all want to say? Anything else about microphones?
nah.
A shotgun mic is different.
What did you say? Yours? We said Neumann, but what was
Oh
yours?
yeah, yeah.
Oh, C800. I mean, if I had to like,
But that's just because that's the most expensive mic. You
no, but I've recorded on it and I like how I sound on
So what do you like about
know.
it?
C800's fire.
it.
What makes a
At the-
mic good?
well,
The
this,
texture.
what I'll say at this time, I would have to go back and get it on it again to see. But I remember when I used it, I really liked how it captured my voice in a way because I have a low tone and it kind of captures more of the highs for me. So the mix, I feel like now would be crazy if I use that, because when I mix now, most mics capture a lot of my low tone, because a lot of them are tube mics and stuff.
More compressed.
You know what I'm saying? So I just remember it sounded super crazy. You know what I'm saying? So if I would cop that right now if I could.
Where was that at school?
Yeah.
But I think
we did Strange Dreams.
There was a C800 over there at Triangle.
That's that song with me,
Can't
you,
remember if I
and
got
the unfinished song. We used the C800 for that.
I didn't even know that.
I was
Go
gonna
back to the engineer.
I was gonna add in for the artist though. Opposite side of engineering. If you about to go to a studio first time, see what type of mic they're recording off of. It's cool to have the SM57s, but I don't know if you want to go to a studio that got.
Them niggas would not have no SM57.
Yeah, but I'm just saying, do y'all think it's important to know what type of mic,
No.
what type of setup they got?
At the I mean, if it's a studio you paying
I
money
was
for,
about to say that too.
That's what I'm saying.
If
Like,
you paying $250
If I'm pulling up to my
I was
man,
just about to
it
say,
is
so
what it
depending on
is,
what you
right?
paying.
But if I'm if I'm about to book a session at a studio,
they gonna have.
But
Nah,
think
but
about it.
do you think
we
you
done
should
been,
ask,
But
though?
think about it. All of us, we done been in L.A., Houston, all over recording. We ain't asked one question about what
Nah,
we asked one question, and y'all know what I'm about to say.
how much an hour?
That's well, we asked two questions. Trayvick, do y'all
You
have
smoking there?
3 questions?
What you was about to say?
Do y'all have Pro Tools?
Oh yeah,
Of course.
We literally at,
Y'all
y'all
asked
got Pro
that?
Tools.
Yeah.
We straight.
yeah.
I feel like we always.
I mean,
y'all got Pro
now-
Tools, but we straight.
But see
It don't matter
now,
what y'all
like
got. We
recently,
gonna
it was
figure
a
it out.
studio running like a little special. But
What was the special before you tell us?
I can't say it. It's Atlanta.
You nobody know. It's just a studio.
They
Nobody
would
knows.
know
You ain't
because
even
it's
say
a,
the
it's
studio
a very
name.
specific.
Type of
Deal?
special.
Yeah,
Bro, out of all the studios in
I
Atlanta,
think niggas would know, bro.
this is like the land of studios. by the
nah,
way.
but
Like,
this was like some once in a lifetime, never been done before.
what 4 hours for?
4 hours for $50.
We know the vibes, bro. I think we all probably saw that.
I don't even know what these. I just know,
It was
standard.
something. It was
4
something
hours.
along that. Nah, but it was.
Engineer.
15. Oh, this shit.
It was something like
It was $15 for.
no, bro. It
Times
was
4,
It was
what?
like a month thing.
That's something I wanted to do.
It was like you pay like $100 and you could record like, I think it was like 12 hours.
That's
But they was
Yo.
breaking it up
that's wild. Cause we're talking about
per
doing that
week.
at our studio.
Yeah, so it was sweet. They're like, and they said, but you gotta do it all. Like the hours don't carry over, so you get 4 hours a week, $100 a month. It's a subscription base.
Yeah.
But I'm like, okay, that's sweet. But what type of mic am I gonna be recording on? What type of interface y'all got over there? Like, I need to know. Like, cause now I ain't gonna hold you. I'm a little spoiled. If you know, it's hard for me to like I could do it. I could do the Focusrites. Shout out to the Focusrites. I could do them, you know what I'm saying? But when the person said they got a Universal Audio and Apollo, and I'm like, well, and a Neumann mic.
I ain't gonna lie. If I pulled up and they had a USB mic, bro, we fighting.
You're fight. That's why I said, is it important to ask questions first? Like, if I pull up to my man's, that's cool, bro. We're going to do what it is. Like, I ain't too fancy for that. But if I pull up to your stew and I'm paying you money, I need you to have $1 million equipment. No, for sure.
Well, what's I'm looking at studios in Atlanta right now. How do you pick? It's like 50 on one block. How do you?
Without shouting any out specifically, besides 12 Music Group,
Shout out.
which isn't even necessarily a studio anymore.
Man.
Which, yeah, if you know, you know. But I think it's really just vibe, man. Again, that's one of those situations that kind of come down to price as well. What is your budget? Again, some of these rooms are literally can get up to like $250 an hour, probably more than that.
Without an engineer.
You know what I'm saying?
Which
But
is why you
they're
gotta
Beyonce
super
learn.
breathed
nice.
in this room.
They're super nice, but I think
They'd be like, Beyonce breathed in this room, bro.
right. For you know, for me personally, I think it's gonna come down to just each individual artist and what they're looking for. But some of the things you typically look for are like price, location. You know, there is the clout factor. Like he said, oh, so and so, Lil whoever just recorded in here the other day. You know, so you might have that trying to be in the mix.
If it matters.
Right.
Yeah. But other than that, you know, I feel like an artist that's like a true artist that's really just trying to look, you know, to create the best music, it's gonna come down to, you know, like the vibe.
Yeah.
If you're a location person, maybe location, which might tap into vibe.
Can you
Just
smoke
how it's
in
set
there?
up. Can you smoke in there? Can you know what I mean? Like
All of that stuff.
all that
matters.
types of stuff.
Do
The
you
best
want smoke
studios,
in there?
you know you got one when anyone that really be in the studio know this. You got one of them real ones when you can ask like the people that's helping the intern and stuff to bring you cookies. Oh yeah, you know you ain't one of them.
Nah. Yeah, look for those. If you're looking for a studio, make sure they can do store runs.
That too. Them the ones. You find a studio that they got interns that will go to the store for you.
Nah,
And
you
they'll
lit.
pop them cookies in the oven.
Which is
Oh,
rare.
man. That's a real thing though. The
Nah,
cookie thing.
fact. We know the vibes.
Yeah.
It's rare though.
It's rare, but that's when you know you got one of the
Here.
ones. You said here?
Yeah, I think because it's Atlanta.
Oh, they be popping them cookies in the oven in LA like that?
Probably.
Probably.
I don't know.
Y'all
You know, I don't go to
y'all
studios.
comment in the comments if, you know, the studio where you live got the cookie option.
Yeah, I only hit studios when I'm traveling. Like,
You say you only do?
as of right now, yeah. I mean, because I'm not, you know, I got the setup at the crib, so.
I'm a studio fanatic. What's the
Y'all tap me if y'all need studio time in Atlanta. Real deal.
yeah.
Real deal.
I was gonna shout it out too, but you know, I don't know.
He said, no,
I ain't
Shout
trying
no one
to do it like-
specific. Y'all tap me personally.
It's gonna be 500 an hour. You tap me,
We gonna figure it out.
but I'm gonna get you right. But what's the value of having your own setup, Trayvick,
man.
versus going to the studio? We know
It's a
but
part of vertical integration, man. Every part of the process, you know what I'm saying, that you can take care of in-house, limits losses. You know what I'm saying? Because sometimes I spend 4 hours on a song I'm never gonna put out. You know what I'm saying? That's a loss if I was in a studio, at like paying somebody for it. But because I already, you know, I'm at the crib, I got everything set up. It costs me nothing to create, other than time. Then, I mean, and one of these songs can make me so much money. It's like it's a win-win situation if you know how to engineer yourself. Even if you don't, you can have an engineer come in.
It'd
You
be
still
less
cut
but
costs.
you gotta know how to work that Pro Tools. I remember we ain't got into what we using, but you gotta know how to work whatever system that you on, cause it's, man, your first time looking at the computer, and it's gonna look foreign as hell. Like
For sure.
niggas don't even how I make it record, how I stop it.
That reminds me the first time I ever opened it up. Like I didn't know what was going on.
Yeah, so you gotta know a little something.
What was the question again?
What's the value of having home studio versus you got home studio?
For sure.
What's your value? How you versus having or going to the studio?
It's invaluable to me. And the reason I say that is because, you know, just being able to record a thought, you know, an idea that comes to your mind whenever you want it, to be able to wake up middle of the night, whenever, you know, on your own timing. You know, and like Trayvick said, you know, to vertically integrate your business, you know, to have, I mean, that's one of the key components, right? That's how you create the music. It's how you create the art. So to be able to have that, I think it just, you know, it just adds to your independence as an artist. It makes you, you know, depend on others less. Yeah, it kind of makes it to where you have everything you need, in my opinion. Because once you have the music, it's like you just got to figure out a way to market it from there. So it's invaluable to me to have your own setup. I know what it is to have to, you know, depend on others or depend on this certain space to record. You know what I mean? Like I know what that
down for sure.
You know, I know what that feels like. So it's invaluable to me. No matter how basic your setup is, to have just a setup where you can record at any time. It's invaluable.
For sure.
What you got, Chris?
So I'm looking at side question. I'm looking at some people signing contracts, and some of that money I'm gonna say something. A lot of that money goes to actually like recording the albums,
Right.
so that they getting like $1 million plus. Like why not just record it at home and save the money? Like why spend? I know that's a good question, but I don't know.
I think I seen somebody that was like, they had to like evaluate their contracts because they realized that they was getting charged for studio time, but the studio was in their house. So
That's crazy. Unless
That's
they paying for
hilarious.
the engineer or something. That's wild.
nah, but even it, like, I mean, that's, gotta go back to the episode just about making sure you read the contracts. Because if you don't need that, like 9 times out of 10, bro, if you just, I don't know, I would prefer like maybe the cash up front and I handle all that shit on my own. But sometimes, I mean, we know how that go too. Like the label will book the studio and they'll book it out for a whole month. And artists just come in and not even recording for the whole month.
Yep.
Just
Parlaying.
That was kind of what I was gonna say too, though. Is like that's probably the reason, or one of the biggest reasons why. It's because artists don't know that they're even being charged that.
But I know somebody paying for it.
Some artists do. I think some artists literally don't know that they're gonna be charged like for their studio time and stuff like that.
especially when
So,
they get signed.
and then some artists, again, they go back to the vibe too, bro. Trayvick made a very good point. It just take one song to take us out of here. So, some artists, shout out to Wu-Tang Show. I don't know if that counts as, name dropping or whatever. But
We're going to have to abandon that, bro, because I ain't doing no bleach no more.
But shout out to Wu-Tang Show. I feel like that is a great representation of, certain artists have to have certain vibe. Them folks had a whole mansion, like the Wu Mansion, or whatever, because that's what they needed to, to catch the vibe. That's what they needed to secure their albums or whatever. So, you may be an artist that's the label's paying $250 an hour, and they done booked it out for 12 hours. For the 2-3 weeks that you're supposed to be in Atlanta or Miami or whatever, and you might come in there, and we hear this happen all the time. Oh, so-and-so had this room booked out. They came 4 hours late and really just slept in the room. We hear that type of stuff all the time, Yeah. So, but again, if, on day 3 or 5 or 7 or 1 or whatever, they secure a hit or secure like great music out of it, like, was it worth it? You know what I'm saying? So
I probably could have saved money if they just did it when the artist was ready. Because that's the thing, too. Like, one thing I noticed, like, a lot of times when like, a label is taking, or sometimes, whatever, but when a label is taking care of the studio time, like, the artist might not be as grateful for it. You having, like you said, like, showing up late, not showing up at all, like, you know what I'm saying? Like, not really taking advantage, but usually those are the artists that also don't make it.
Or the artists that are already successful and established. Because I more or less had those type of artists in mind when I was saying it.
Yeah. But
Where
you
they
think
got
they
these-
last
these
like that?
nice-
Like, if they ain't like,
I mean, it'd be big studios, like big artists.
yeah.
But you got to think too, right? You got to think to play advocate. When is the artist ready? Especially if you're a successful artist. These folks traveling around this, that, and the third. I think, I'm not in that position. I've never been in that position. I could just kind of see myself in those shoes. I'm successful at this point. I'm traveling city, this and that, and I got other things outside of music. I'm always running around. I think just the option, no matter what city I'm going to or wherever I'm at, to be able to record if I
Yeah.
want to.
I mean, at that point, it is the lifestyle. You just,
You know what I mean?
you know. But even now, though, we do it pretty often. Like we record. I think just as an artist, you do record like, you know, every day or like pretty frequently, for sure. But I'm just talking about
Depends.
people going in there falling asleep and not showing up at all. Like if I got a session, like if this is what I'm doing, I'm showing up to the session. I ain't falling asleep.
Same.
You know what I'm saying?
mean,
Like,
But I don't think that.
I done went to sleep in some but you know, them overnight joints.
That's different. If we
Yeah.
talking about like 12 days and that's different than you having a paid session or whatever.
you come
But-
in 4 hours late, they ain't going
You know,
to
what I'm
sleep.
saying? But I don't think that we would have our situation set up like that anyway. No matter how successful we get, where it's studio just booked every day. Like we wouldn't, you know, we wouldn't.
I mean, I
do
would just
nothing
have
like
it in like on the go. Honestly, I would have it in whatever. If I'm in this city, like yeah, we would have an option for a studio, but mainly we would really have it in like whatever house we in.
that. Exactly. And see, we do that anyway. I think we'd probably, again, I'm speculating, but you know, hypothetically, I think just knowing us, we would probably have like a super cold engineer or like that, you know, connects where we could versus trying to have the studio all booked. We probably have somebody come to us or something like that.
For sure, cause
a road engineer.
Something like that, you know.
at this point, I mean, it's
I know I probably would.
Yeah, I'm not doing it. I'm not about to be on the road and engineer myself.
I probably
You know what I'm saying? Like, it's a
Everybody
thing.
get back.
We in the studio this day. You
Right.
know, like you said, we know what it is. Like,
But even then, shit, whatever studio we at, I'm using that engineering. Because, I mean, when we talking about tracking, bro,
using them niggas, man.
you gonna have your own?
Bro, either I'm gonna do it or if I have my own at that moment, I'll
I
use
know what
my
I
own.
said in the beginning, but on the contrary, it is a lot of fire engineers out there, too.
On the contrary, no, bro.
Because it's
It don't
a
be,
lot
bro.
of them.
this nigga Skitz is crazy.
But you got to get outside, bro. Because I be trying.
It is some hard engineering.
Yeah, like,
It is some
we
hard
talking
ones.
about tracking, bro.
But we
Like,
too far. Like no,
nigga can
especially
sit
at
there
this
and
point,
hit
you
record.
no.
No, I
bro.
feel both. You know, nobody tracks me.
Nobody
don't care
tracks
where
you.
we-
I mean, I usually track myself.
90.
But I'm saying,
8%
bro,
of the time,
I done been in Miami. I done been I done been around in these studios
Nah, bro.
and shit. Y'all got an in-house
It's about your
engineer?
vibe though.
An
That's
in-house
how.
engineer,
That's how
yeah.
you like to work, Skit. You find a fire engineer, Skit's good. Personally, I just like to sit there in front of it myself and just.
Yeah, personally,
Because I mean,
It's-
I
it's-
say
I'm-
this.
I don't
it's
have no
faster.
time to be
But I say this,
trying
bro.
new niggas.
If it's different. If I'm here in the studio that I record at in Atlanta, I got no problem with doing it myself because I'm comfortable in here. Like I know I could work for a time without no pressure.
Yeah,
If I'm booking a studio at a new city, I'm not about to do all that shit.
we did just fine in LA and Houston.
But it was 6 of us, so which is different. Like if it's me by myself, I'm not mixing. I'm not engineering myself
I see
at
what you- now I
another
see what you-
studio.
now I see what you're
If
saying.
I'm with me
Now I see
and
what you're saying.
y'all who know how to engineer, yeah, we could just do it ourselves. We don't need it.
But how
to
often
pay.
is we
I see
doing
what you-
that
I see what you're
anyway, though, bro? Like,
I mean,
especially in the
I just
setting-
said in the beginning, I'm a world traveler. Like
yeah, but
I might record in Bali one day, and I'm not recording myself in Bali, bro. Like,
I am.
you got, I
Right
mean, if
there-
I got
right
my
there
own,
by the water, crazy view.
look, if I got my
feel me?
own setup, but I need
doing that
the
for my
finest
birthday, fuck.
engineer in Bali, nigga.
We doing that for my birthday.
We're
Bro.
going
Going
to
to
Bali.
Bali.
Yeah, bro.
Where is
Get
that?
With
get them passports.
Where
man.
is that?
Come on, you already know. I don't know, bro. Indonesia.
Yeah, it's somewhere over there. It's like
Ooh, I think I've seen Bali before.
it's like,
Yeah,
yeah,
I
it's
think it's-
somewhere over there. It's like India area.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You been there?
Nah, I haven't.
It looks like it's on the.
But I'm just saying to
on the
feel a real
radar.
player to
Yeah.
record, and I'm not. You know, I'm gonna need like nigga treat me as such. And if I'm in Bali, treat me as such. Ain't no fucking way you gonna see me, this big artist in Bali, recording my. You got me. I don't even know how to. Nah, bro. You.
I
do
mean,
that.
if
I am.
but if we
See,
this
I'm
big,
on mine.
if we this big artist, and I'm imagining in the world that I have an engineer, right? My engineer's coming with me, bro. We're not like.
See, I love this.
But I'm talking about
three different answers. Skitz going with the local as long as they fire. Trayvick probably gonna have an engineer on standby.
If I'm not,
and I'm recording
still
myself.
engineering myself.
I'm for the people, man. Because one thing about it, one thing that people never get is a chance. But I'm gonna give you a chance. But you gotta show it. And I'm an energy guy, bro. So I could kind of tell if a nigga gonna be on it or not. Only it's like getting a haircut.
What? But then what? Now you gave a nigga a chance, man.
I'll move him out the way.
Now you moved him
or
out
I
the way.
give him some tips.
Now you giving tips,
bro.
You could just record yourself.
You know what I would do? Look at the thing. My man's he ain't doing what he's supposed. Look, let me see it. And I'll switch that thing up so fast. Just hit record. Yeah. I got the settings on there now. All I need you to do is hit, bro. When I have my my producers, them boys. Shout out to Dope Exchange once again, but them boys, they don't know how to engineer. But if we all three in here, one of my mans, he'd be like, bro, because I'm running from this room to that room like a crazy man. And like, bro, I can record. I'm like, all right, well, I need the mic you hit this. And see, I used to not like recording in the room just because of the ambience of the room.
It don't matter.
You don't like that?
You don't care? You ain't going to tell with Breed. You ain't gonna listen to my music and tell me that it was recorded in the room.
My ear. But look, if I hear the two though, then I would know the difference.
But it don't matter.
It's slight.
Cause when you hear my music, you're not gonna think, oh damn, I think. See,
but now you ain't. Look, it ain't like a people would know. I would know. Like me, if I know I could get the best sound in the booth, I'm going in the booth. I could still get good sound out here, which is cool. Nobody's gonna know the difference. But if I know I could get the best sound in the booth, I'm going in the booth. But now the room is more treated. So now I could record in the room. I don't have to do the running. But back then it wasn't really treated. So you could hear like that low tone echo. Like you could tell.
The conal tone.
It's bouncing.
I'm getting that shit out of there.
You know what I'm saying? But your ambience, like even at my house, I can't record in my house because them wood floors, man, like they be like bouncing. It just don't hit right. You know, until I get just some better treatment. You know what I'm saying? So, me, I'm going to always go with the best sound. But my point, my producers, they ain't even know how. Only thing he know how to do is hit record, bro. That's all I need you to do. As an engineer,
I feel you.
I could do the rest.
No.
Because, bro, as long as you record, I will come out and drag that down where it need to get.
No, bro. My process, that's going to throw my whole vibe off.
Before I do all that, I just put a count off on. I just put a count off and record myself.
I'm a vibe guy, bro. Stop playing with me.
If I got to do that, I'm just going to turn the count off on.
Choose your words more wiser.
You get on my nerves.
Choose your words wisely,
Trayvick.
You throw my vibes off,
bro. All right, bro.
It throws my vibes off.
That's what I said. He said nothing throws his vibes off.
Nothing.
Bro, I like a smooth, fast process.
Same.
I'm the fastest nigga I know right now.
No, he's saying think of engineering.
I understand.
Nobody can engineer you faster than you can engineer yourself.
Yeah, boom. You know what's going on because the engineer don't know
the time
what
it take for me to say, "Hey, run
but
it back."
Hold up.
Running it back.
Now a good engineer know, bro. Because one thing about me, I'm gonna wait till you say, "All right, run it back," and I'm there. Like one thing.
That's true too.
That's one thing. A good engineer, bro.
Yeah, they can.
But that's what I'm saying. An engineer not gonna be faster than you think it. Because when you doing it yourself, by the time you think,
I don't work with some engineers, bro. These niggas.
Nah.
But now
so
look,
so I'll meet in the middle. There's very few, but I have worked with some.
I'm one of them.
Surprised you be like, oh damn.
What's you?
For sure, I used to engineer artists that what?
No, go ahead.
No, because I don't want to contradict myself. But again, right? Because I think you can get so good, especially if you work with a particular artist or engineer, if you the artist, so much that y'all have like this unspoken, type of chemistry. There was an artist that I used to work with, and he would record on mute, so I couldn't hear him. So I couldn't hear him say "run it back," and he used to have a light off in the booth, so I can't see him or hear him. Essentially,
but you would know But if you watching the feed,
I could kind of see him. I'm not gonna say I couldn't see him at all, but I couldn't. The lights were off in the booth, but but I still knew.
But you could hear him when he was recording.
You can also see
No, I
the
can't- I
wave
can't hear him.
patterns though.
He has the mic muted because he doesn't want to hear himself.
No, I understand, but that's what
I
I'm
guess
saying.
you can have it up and he turned his headphones down. If you were gonna say that, just turn his.
You can have it
headphones
running
down.
through, but you can still just watch the patterns. But I think there are
It's like an
engineers.
unspoken thing. I kind of just knew, you know.
But this is too big. There are engineers, bro, that will wow you. Cause like,
Yeah.
No. I'm saying
both
I've been wild before, but they
Yeah.
still not as fast as me because my brain is gonna think
And
quicker
that's
than
what
me.
I was trying to say.
And then there's some
I mean,
who
ain't
might,
nothing like doing it
but
yourself.
but
for
then
sure.
there are some who might even be okay. I'll say as fast as I desire or on the same frequency. Like some might be faster than me, but cut me off where I know I wanted to keep going.
But that's what I'm saying. You
Because
you
I could've
giving
captured
Skitz is
something
still
else.
right there.
Right.
It's the engineer though. That's what he's saying.
Cause me, bro, like when I was doing my engineer thing, cause one thing, brother Cat,
Okay.
one thing he told me, bro, never stop the music from going. So as soon as you stop rapping, I'm looking. I'm really watching you the whole time I'm engineering. And when I see you done, I'm stopped. I done dragged it down. Hit the music still playing. You like, nah, I wanted to keep that. Yeah, it's playing right now. So that's how you gotta be when you're an engineer. And if you're on that level, a nigga ain't gonna tell me like I would prefer myself. Cause nigga, I'm damn near like you. I'm like you recording yourself.
Only it would have to be someone like me that literally prefers yourself. I don't care if they
But
like,
you-
yo, this is.
But
Like I don't mind doing myself though, cause I
I
also
don't-
like being in the studio by myself. I don't like people around. Like I ain't gonna say I don't like people around, but I like being isolated by myself. Like I could just like rap. So I do
That's
prefer.
why I like
I
engineering.
do prefer being by myself,
Yeah.
but I'm not obliged to working with an engineer. And I'm
Me-
not gonna say that no engineer in the world can.
okay, you taking me the wrong. I'm saying,
No.
listen, I'm not finna roll the dice in a city or anywhere where I don't know niggas. And it's
How
just
else you gonna know niggas, bro?
No, bro.
I don't care about that part so much. I
What?
just don't want
I'm
someone
not
in
rolling
the way
it.
because they not.
Bro, I'm not
gonna be
about to roll
fast
the
enough.
dice, especially we at the height of my careers. Like, bro, I'm gonna bring my engineer if I have one. If I don't have one, it's gonna be
You gonna
me.
do it
but,
yourself.
yeah,
Nigga, we
but
have
I
the
know
money
some-
for it. Of course you gonna work with. That's like you being able to bring, you know, like you said, AK or something. Like, of course you gonna bring the people
Nah,
that you
fact.
if you want. Like,
I'm saying
Yeah,
if
so what
it
are we
ever
talking
came
about?
a time that you didn't,
that I was
but-
in Bali and
Yeah.
couldn't find nobody. I'm
But
gonna do
they,
it
this nigga work in Bali studio. I'm pretty sure this nigga know what he doing.
I'm gonna do it
if
myself.
somebody work in there, bro, they gonna have some.
That's
I don't
what
care
I'm
where you
saying.
go on this planet,
Alright.
bro. They gonna have some type of.
But,
But-
Or
it's,
why do you even work here?
it's like I said earlier though, bro.
It's about his energy.
artists.
Though. It comes down. It will come down to face. Like, okay, let me get the energy of this cat. But
But look, it's
I
like I
might
said
do
in
it,
the beginning, bro.
I don't think I'm ever using an engineer.
Look,
if I'm-
artists and engineers, bro. An engineer is like the barber that nobody's sitting at his chair. Niggas is terrified of you, bro. Like they don't, they don't know if you gonna fuck up like off top. It's a very frightening thing. Like you walking in, you the engineer. We
That's
ain't
how
never
niggas
seen.
feel when they
Yes.
are coming across.
When you
a new
dealing with a
engineer.
brand, bro.
I ain't gonna lie, I
I
don't necessarily feel that way.
don't think nothing
Then
to me.
again, I don't let niggas
I don't
do
think
that.
nothing is more scarier than dealing with a barber who ain't never cut your hair before.
that's why I don't do it.
That's not scary either, though.
That's
A
why I
barber
don't.
that's never cut
I'm
your
not doing
hair.
it.
He could push you back.
Y'all care that much about shit?
That's like the engineer.
What are you talking about?
Y'all niggas wild.
So you care more about an engineer fucking up your track that you could delete and redo versus your hair getting pushed back that you gotta wait for 3 weeks.
First of all, fuck yeah. I think I would care more about the engineer fucking me up than a haircut.
You could just record the
me
track.
personally. But then personally, like I don't really care that much about shit like that. A haircut.
All right, let's say
If I
you.
go into their barbershop, no
You trying
offense
to
to
get
any other
lined
barbershop out there, but I go into this barbershop and it's a black barbershop. I don't care where I'm at, you know. I'm gonna peep the vibe in there, see what's going on. Are you next, bro?
We can tell you ain't
All
had
right,
no
bet.
goddamn haircut in however long.
Hey,
you
that
did.
shit.
I don't
What
get
you
haircuts
think, Chris?
Anyway, I got
Is,
I
is it
know,
a
I
fear?
can
Is
tell.
it a fear?
What you think, Chris? You agree or you disagree?
I mean, Well, my hairline disappearing like water right now. So man, I don't really give a fuck.
He don't give a fuck.
I might have 2 more years up here, goddamn. So.
Y'all niggas cap, not you, Chris. These two. Y'all niggas cap.
Nigga, I'm
Bro,
not.
we go to Baltimore
And we
right
no,
now.
we know
when
Trayvick
we were in
not
Houston.
cap.
Bro,
Dog,
I pay $100.
I ain't even gonna
for
put
my
this
hair
nigga.
for-
Well, he put himself out.
I pay
Trayvick,
$100.
no, that nigga not me, bro. I'm
So why he not taking a chance?
I'm
with
not
it?
taking no
I'm
chance,
bro. I'm
bro.
way more like
They got room to wiggle,
like
bro.
I'm way
Trayvick like shit. I'm right
Right,
behind
look.
Chris.
bro. The other
Yo,
day,
shut the fuck.
that nigga won't get a cut until his man's free, bro. And my people, I fuck with them Haitians. They pretty good too.
Oh yeah, you
But
been
look,
fucking with the same folk for a while, right?
yeah, the other day
long
though,
time.
we went in this shop, me and Vic.
I'm over here scaring him. Like, bro, you sure, bro?
Look,
it don't look
they-
like who you came to get.
They had a new guy in there. I'm like, yo, where Eddie at? It's 3 niggas in there. Well, everybody 5, but it's 3 dudes that I go to mainly, right? I ain't even that choicy, but all 3 of them are 5. But I ain't see none of them. I'm like, yo, but it's a new guy in there. He kind of cool. I was like, yo, you not cutting? He's like, nah, I'm done after this. New guy like, I got you.
Bro,
I'm like, yo.
I'm sensing so much fear for him, bro.
I don't
Like,
But see,
believe
but
in
look,
shit like that,
but
bro.
absolution, bro. This what I learned about the mind, bro.
Shot fire. He
In
gotta
my
be
mind,
because he in there.
if I think this nigga gonna push my shit back, he probably gonna push me back, bro. But if I think, man, this nigga probably the fastest nigga in here, he gonna do his thing. So you just gotta, I had to calm my storm, bro, and like,
yeah,
Yeah,
to
I'm
turn
like,
his
damn,
phone
this point
over
in life,
and
niggas really still worried about shit like
I
that.
care about my
Yes,
haircut,
what
bro.
you mean?
Can we talk about appearance and image?
This nigga tell my hairline getting pushed back.
I care, nigga, bro. I don't think you understand. These niggas will have your shit lopsided, bro. You are not
I
trying
don't
to
think
be.
it ever happened to me, unfortunately.
Well,
Exactly.
you a lucky
You don't
man.
want
Well, you
it
a
to happen.
blessed man, bro.
What would you do if it happened to you?
Probably wouldn't give a fuck, bro.
This nigga be.
I mean, you would go
Shut
on.
up.
Look,
This nigga
you
be
just
what?
say shit.
you
bro.
would go
No.
on through your
Are
day to
you
day.
serious? Chris, does
Bro.
that seem like something I would care about? Be for real.
Yes, bro.
It ain't. It wouldn't be the end of the
Only reason
world.
I say is every shoot I've been on with you, you had a fashion team. I will say that. I will say that.
We not
bro.
finna. Skitz laugh. Look, this what I'm saying.
Okay, I no haircut. Nigga got a hoe.
I remember him being like, bring me
Niggas
the
is
coat.
getting the lint
Listen.
off your shirt.
Listen, this what it come with. That's not, bro. We not finna sit here and play all these games and shit.
Bro, they gonna. But bro,
I think you would thug it out.
but you
I
also
think
said
would not
you
be
ain't
happy.
You ain't had one. That's what I'm saying. I done seen niggas get they wop side, bro. That ain't.
Bro,
it.
if a nigga did my shit all like this, I'd be like, damn, bro. Like, you know what I'm saying? I don't think I care that
I
much.
mean, bro, it wouldn't be the end of the world.
real.
But I'm saying I used it as comparison, and most people don't go to the new barber. His chair is always empty. Just like the new engineer. Most people ain't gonna give him a chance. So that's really the
I
overall
ain't never
point.
had that either. But I mean, it probably does happen though.
That makes sense.
Maybe it's an energy thing though. I feel you. I do feel you. It's
Here's
probably
the-
an energy thing. I
here's the
probably
thing.
just wear it on
I mean,
my sleeve.
I'll
like
do
they
the same.
know, like this nigga
bro, that's
fire.
what I did the other
I've
day. I
given-
sat with the new nigga, so I'll do it too. But most of the time, niggas ain't going to you, bro. Nah, I'm gonna go to him.
One thing about me, before I say I won't do something, I do it. So I've given, like I've been, I was up at the joint recording myself, and niggas was come in like, yo, man, I'm trying to learn. Okay, bet. He sit in the chair, bro. You do it. I'm gonna show you how to
But
do
he
it.
already told you he trying to learn though.
Check these dudes out, man.
Don't
I'm
expect
saying?
nothing.
Nah, I don't expect that, but like, or it might be somebody like, yeah, I could do it. Blah, blah. All right, rock out.
But he was an intern.
To some move
See,
to some.
you got to think about the settings, bro. I ain't talking about no intern. I'm talking about this nigga's an engineer. He works here. He's on payroll. He's done sessions, bro. Like, I don't need you to mix me. That's what I'm saying. If it come down to it, I will get there and tweak my own sound. I just need you to make sure this shit is on time. Everything is locked to the grid. Simple
You
things,
cannot
man.
expect for every engineer to do it. I'm gonna exit this convo.
They not
I'm
gonna
like,
do
we
the
be here
lock.
all
They
night.
not gonna lock the grid.
I'm like, you asking for a lot now.
I'll
Be
do
on
my
time.
own. I'll do my own lock. I'll do my own.
Bro, I done seen some just disgusting looking sessions when I've opened them up from somebody
All right,
else.
yeah, that's
Let's talk about what's the next question.
You know what I'm
Yeah,
saying?
let's
Cole?
go,
Like we
let's
starting
move.
to,
'Cause we gonna dive in-
don't have your sessions.
We about to dive into it.
You know what
I
I'm saying?
think
We
because he
finna
gonna
go.
ask. What's the next question, bro?
Talk to us.
All right. I was really gonna go off on a tangent. I was gonna ask y'all about. Do y'all have albums?
What you
Out.
Do we
Like,
have
Do
albums
y'all have albums like,
released?
at all? Yeah.
Hell yeah.
mean? What?
Somewhat of a love story.
You was
Get
just
rich.
you was involved with.
Yeah, I mean, I know, but like, do you have any more though? Like, how long it take y'all to put
coming
these things?
out or like
Yeah,
what
like
do
coming
you-
out. Like,
Oh yeah.
how long
yeah.
it take y'all to put these together? 'Cause
Put
Kendrick
it
is saying
together
Take 3
is-
years, but Drake 6 weeks.
Diverging.
I mean, I think so. I think like if you bring up somebody like Drake, like you got to think when you got.
There's no
It's all
perfect
about
time for
like
him.
your rollout and budget that you got and how you want it to look, right? If I want helicopters and all this crazy stuff, you know, I gotta like make sure everything is right for that. So it really comes down to like how you want your project to look. And I feel like if it's simple, then you could probably drop one. Like if you don't want any videos and things, you just want to drop the music. That's cool. Nothing's wrong with that. So I think it's all about how you roll out. Because I don't think it takes long for a person to create a body of work. Like once I create one body of work, I finish that and then I could start. Like it's all emotions and feelings, what you want at that time. Like I could make a whole 10 more songs on a new wave and that could be an album. So I think it's just about what story you're trying to tell and then what type of budget you got to push the joint.
Yeah. Resources. I think
So the
that's
question is, do we have albums or how
Yeah.
long they take?
How long they take, right?
Yeah, like a combo
Just-
question.
It just depends, bro. There's some people that, you know, Dr. Dre. I'm sorry to name drop again. Dr. Dre. Dr. Dre never even dropped. What was it?
Look out for Detox.
It should never drop.
Nope.
Oh yeah.
It
So
has not
it's
dropped.
like, you know,
It's the most
like,
anticipated.
you know what I'm saying? Like,
Yeah, that
some
was something
albums
like 5 years ago.
take
If we
for
dropped it
10
today.
years, you know, it just depends, bro. You know, with that question, I would just say, man, just the end of the day. I heard a wise person say one time, you know, we're not doing brain surgery. You know, it's music, it's art. So, you know, don't overthink it. If it take you a decade to complete one album, I mean, you know, that's just your process.
So why?
Personally, I can turn songs around pretty quick.
That's a little.
Nah,
Hey.
but I ain't gonna lie. It's taking like I know some people who have gone through some trials. It takes a lot to put. For some people, it takes a lot to put an album together. You know what I'm saying? Some people have access to more resources than others. I think that's important in putting an album out together and, you know, like really pushing it. It takes a lot. I know some people who have been working on an album for almost a decade at this point.
Nah,
Now
I'll
that
say
you
one
say
thing.
that, and
Yeah.
they just, you know what I'm saying?
Let me add this in too, because sometimes it ain't even a fact. Like sometimes we as artists, we want it to be perfect. So they might have had, because I done been there too. Like they might have had the album done 100 times, but then you keep making songs. You like, man, I think this will go. So even just like swapping songs out and not just saying no, this is the album and releasing it. Sometimes that can be it too. But I think that's just like, you know, a
Pulling
little
the
fear to
trigger.
pulling the trigger, which we all go through. You know what I'm saying? Because we want it to be perfect and things, and then by the time you drop it, it ain't even what it was. Like, so it's kind of like the episode that we had about let that shit go. Like I think albums shouldn't take that long. Like just gather your thoughts, but however you gotta record or however your creative process works.
But to answer
And
your
we do
question,
have
yes, we have albums.
Oh yeah, I said the same
Were you
thing.
saying the same thing?
Yeah.
We do have albums. If y'all ain't tapped in by now,
Yeah,
this episode 7,
I got 3.
y'all are asleep.
Follow right here. No.
You know what I'm saying?
Why is it y'all ain't dropping that since 2020?
Oh, who ain't dropped nothing since
2020?
2020?
Albums.
Your last album was 2020.
I put out
Yeah.
records.
Pulling
I
cards
put out
like
records.
that?
That's crazy.
Oh, I got
put out-
singles.
I put singles out.
That's how
Sidney,
he
yours
did
is
that.
2021.
I got singles. Hold
And
up.
Skitz, yours is also
Hey, that's
2020.
freaking hilarious.
No. Wait, you gotta
I got
recheck.
my answer
Hold
too.
up. You gotta recheck mine because I got singles. I got hella
Yeah, I
fire
got
singles.
singles
Albums.
out too.
Albums.
He talking about
Oh,
albums. He talking about
albums?
singles.
I
So why
mean-
you ain't drop a tape since?
I mean, I say, bro,
Chris
this
is hilarious.
this
I
world.
can't wait to answer mine.
Hold on, the way this shit is set up, bro. Sometimes you vibe with singles. Sometimes you vibe with albums. You know what I'm saying? I was on a single run. If you look at my singles, bro, I've been dropping. Stop playing.
Nah, for sure.
Go to
But I just think
YouTube.
that was hilarious.
Stop
though.
playing. We've been dropping
Label issues.
Nah, we've been dropping every month.
Unfortunately,
But see-
Access to resources. I'll say for myself, just putting out albums, access to resources, and
Now, like I said, albums you gotta have a rollout. But I definitely been on my singles and check my videos out on YouTube.
I done put out singles.
Stop playing with your boy.
Hey, bro.
I got one
I'm
dropping soon. How about that?
Yo, I got 3 on the way. What
Hey,
up?
yo, you ain't dropped since COVID.
And it might be out by the time they see this.
He really
So,
put it on our head like we're crazy. He
But
said,
see,
yo,
but look, I'm gonna have a heartfelt moment. So I've been working on this album, man. Street gospel, and this shit been
Oh,
on
is
my
this-
mind.
did you just announce a project?
right, mid pod. No,
Mid pod, nigga. Episode 7. Peace to the God.
Yeah.
Look, it's on the way. Hey,
That's
on the way,
divine.
twin.
That's divine, bro.
It's
Come
on the way.
You
But-
don't leave me hanging.
Well, oh my bad. I thought you was pointing at the fucking.
No, bro. I was
But
just
nah,
like,
nah.
Oh, that's what we doing.
I ain't gonna-
Take it-
I ain't
we
gonna-
got upcoming.
I ain't gonna say the name twice. Nah, cause look, I got something before that. So I'm a forward
Hey
seer.
man, this our shit. Go ahead and
I'm
give
a
it to 'em.
forward
What
thinker.
you got before that?
Look.
Oh,
Nah,
man.
we ain't giving the before. When it dropped
Okay.
before, just know it ain't the second. Understand? So, but I've been this album particular, bro. I just feel like it's gonna be, or it is just like my coming to like what I am. Like my projects, like my Get Rich Get Skitz. That's my first one. Like look. Vibes, like just putting songs together, filling it out. Even that itself, bro, I had to redo Get Rich, Get Skitz so many times. Not because it wasn't fire, just because my own mind was like, nah, I should put these songs, I should do this. But I probably could have had 3 volumes of that shit. And then somewhat, so it's vibes. But the one I'm coming out with now, or the one I'm coming out with in the future, I feel like it really tells a story of what I'm trying to tell. So I feel like that's the thing. Like we be trying to find the right moments. Every day, it ain't time for an album for some artists. Sometimes you just want to put a single because this song is a song for right now. But an album is a compilation of songs to me that tell some sort of story. So sometimes we ain't ready to tell the whole story yet.
Yeah. Yeah.
But it's on the way.
What you got coming out? No, I'm just playing.
I do have a single coming out soon.
What's the name? My bad. This shit loud. Can I get off the peak?
What else? Yeah.
I think he's saying
Uh-huh.
if he's peaking, if he's clipping.
Some audio speed.
Yeah, just stop yelling, nigga.
Hey man, I'm a very energetic person.
Nah, but I'm putting out this record called Him Carry.
Him carry.
You feel me?
Whoa! I heard the melody in your voice too. I kind of,
It's out now.
Man.
Yeah, it probably will be out.
Yeah, hope.
now,
Well,
but
no, we don't hope because hope is for college.
It
Don't forget.
it will be. Well, shit. I mean, it's out now.
Fuck it.
there you
feel
go.
me?
Oh, we gonna hold you to it.
Hey, it's being uploaded tonight, actually.
Let's get it. All right, what's the next question?
Damn, I'm
Wait.
the only one that came
Wait,
out.
wait.
I don't have nothing coming
We
out.
know you got something. You already said you dropping something. What's the date? You posted it on your social.
That's funny. That's a whole nother convo for
You posted?
Huh?
You posted on your.
No, that's what I said. That's a whole nother
You
conversation.
posted a date.
Oh yeah, you probably you ain't following my old page no more, huh? I've been posting on there recently.
I think I seen.
You know
something.
Trayvick fans.
Y'all know I'm kind of cryptic with how I release stuff on Instagram. I got like multiple.
I see you had a
pages and all that.
video set.
You said video?
Some type of
I probably won't even use that for real.
Nigga, gonna use it.
visual.
Yeah, that was like a little trailer teaser type of thing.
You talking about the one you sent me?
the songs? Yeah, I had posted it on my story
What is this fake? Oh, I'm sorry.
on Koga Kid.
Oh, okay. I still follow it though. I just ain't seen it yet.
Yeah. No, I would just say in general, just look for regular releases
You didn't. So
coming soon.
So you don't plan on saying a name of a song or project.
No, I don't have to do all that.
This is good. Y'all ain't gonna let me announce it. But it did no
Nah, I said I was talking shit. I
Real
just
rap.
did. By the time they see this, there should be a song dropping. There's a song dropping every week. So y'all tap in every Friday.
Tap in.
Just get them streams up.
Yo.
All right, what we got, Chris? Wait, but before we I just need you to on the cam. Did you double back on our singles and those YouTube drops? Cause you can't be blasting us in it. Shit, I just dropped last month on YouTube. I'm active on somewhere. You know what I'm saying?
I ain't gonna cap. I haven't
can't
released since last July.
That one when he said 2020, I was like, yo.
But
listening, I had a comment.
but let me say
with
this too,
somebody
though.
earlier about
That
the
shit-
last time I dropped.
the beautiful thing, bro, it's still going up. Like
What?
niggas ain't dropped albums, but we still getting
Yeah, people still
streams.
listening.
You still getting streams.
People are still listening for sure.
You still
man.
getting new
I ran into
milestones
somebody
reached.
the other day who was like, "Yo, I was just listening. It felt good. It was like I was just listening."
That's that timeless music.
You know what I'm saying? It's ugly as fuck.
Man.
Oh,
For real,
Goodness. All right.
What you got, Chris?
So I think we went off so much of a tangent. We ain't even talk about engineering no more.
Now we was on engineering.
Yeah, I mean, it's all in the same vein.
What else was there on the engineering?
He's gonna
topic?
talk about
What's in the studio? What's the thing that people should spend money on? Like,
See, this go back to what I was asking y'all how a session is kind of ran, which neither one of y'all still
Nah, I thought
didn't
he was
really
gonna ask the dog.
go into that.
What you mean how a session is ran?
You pull
Like
up.
again, like
You want us to tell them how
I
we
think
set up a
I
session?
said
I'm a
it. I
granddad
said
or
this
like-
shit though. I said, all right.
You want us to tell them how
That's
we
why I
set
said-
like when
I
I would
said
talk to my
template.
mom or talk to certain people, like they have no idea. They just know you go in, you make when you come out, there's a song. But I would imagine there's a microphone,
Of
right?
course.
This is how they talk. I know there's a microphone, but like what does it look like? Like I was expecting you to say something like, okay, an artist comes
Why
in
you ain't saying nigga?
because I asked y'all.
I thought I said that shit though.
An artist comes in.
See, I
Typically
said
they'll
something
sit
like
down.
Well, I ain't say all that.
They
You'll
might
get
not
'em-
come in and sit down. They
You'll
might
get
come
'em,
in.
or they might stand.
They might
but you'll
stand
get
on
'em-
their head.
The artist might be an hour late. Which
The artist
stinks.
might just be an hour.
With 30
We'll
niggas.
give it. We'll
But
break
look.
it down then.
If it's
Some are gonna come in blicked up with 30 niggas.
35
Some might
niggas.
come, 35 in a 10-person.
you know what I'm saying,
with
might
some
come in
shorties.
after a function with some joints.
Like shit, you
Women.
drink, bro.
You know what I'm
No,
saying?
you can expect a couple backwoods.
Yeah.
But no, just in general, right? I think we giving typical Southern rap
I mean-
section, but just in general, right?
I think what I was saying is have like
What are the functionalities of a session?
troubleshoot part. Make sure you check everything before that. Like I feel like preparation is key. If you already ready, if your session is already pulled up, your template. That's what I was gonna get into too. Like make sure you got a template. Like email yourself a template just in case.
So those that don't know the template, what is a template?
A template is it's like a preset of plugins and things that you used on prior sessions that you could reuse over. Like you already got sounds, you already got levels, you like this EQ. Everything is already pretty much set to where when he records or when she records, once they come out the booth, it's gonna sound damn near like ready to go.
Yeah. Now, granted, you will have to adjust it per artist, you know, because everybody doesn't have the same voice. But,
Right. But
you
it's
know,
gonna
it's
be
good to
easy
be
to adjust.
prepared. It's like, you know what I'm saying?
So I feel like this is a good question for people that don't know. When one says they're going to the studio, what does that look like when they get there? What does a studio look like? Is it this room that has all these knobs, or is it like someone's closet, or like what is the studio?
Do people
If
care?
they don't know how a studio look, they need to get out the game. But I mean, if they go into a big one, I mean, a lot of studios don't really have the boards. Some of them do.
Anymore, right?
Yeah, some of them still do. I done been to some studios that still got it, but it's not as intense.
Got what?
the boards.
The
What is it?
mixing
The
boards.
SS.
The shit. Yeah, I know what you're talking about.
I forget
The
the
mixing
name.
board.
But it's the name of it. It's the brand.
Oh, you talking
SS,
about just the
SSL.
main one, SSL?
Yeah, SSL.
Yeah.
Yeah, they don't-
But a lot of them don't have that. But if they do, it's just to make it look like you in a cool studio. Because nobody's doing the patches.
Yo, we
no
is
more.
not out the box these days, bro.
Nobody's doing patches no more.
And that just
bro.
means
if
analog
an
recording.
engineer know how to patch, he fine.
Nah, for real.
You like, oh, let me.
Nah,
he
for
doing
real, for real. We went to school for this.
Nah,
I be looking at some patch bays in them big studios. I'm like,
sloppy.
all right, I'm probably good. I probably could go in there and patch some shit, but
That's
You can
crazy.
do that.
It's,
That shit-
patching
I'm
ain't
sure I could.
patching ain't nothing but we
In and
know.
out.
Going in and out.
I'm already knowing.
It's really just the auxes. Those are auxes. Those are just
It's like running it in Pro
Talking about
Tools
oxys and
in the
in
box. Yeah.
session. Like
Aux
you
inputs,
setting
that's
it
what
for
patching is.
reverb,
I
setting
ain't
it
even
for-
know that. It makes
And then back.
input. We're gonna chop it about that off camera.
I mean, they do have
That's a
the
whole conversation within the song, but I'm like, for real?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's what I
didn't
came
know
to
that.
the realize that it's really like Pro Tools, except you doing it like he said out the box.
Physically, yeah.
Yeah.
Now I remember how to patch. I'm just saying, like, and hopefully they would have it labeled right, where I know exactly how to go.
Yeah,
But
you
if
just
I'm at a
create-
studio and
A
I
lot of
don't
them-
know their patch bay,
A lot of them won't have a label.
They the
and I'm
same.
like, I don't know.
They the
Would I
same.
be able to go over there? Probably, but
most studios won't have a patch bay. Most studios will have an interface, a mic. What else?
Yeah.
speakers,
Speakers, a desk,
headphones.
the brown desk
The brown desk with the two
with
levels.
the 2 levels.
It's not a real studio. No, just playing.
You know,
It's gonna have a rolling chair.
a futon.
And a
Hopefully
couple, you're right, a couple futons.
a glass
Hopefully a
booth.
camera. Oh,
Yeah.
glass booth.
Yeah, glass booth.
Hopefully,
Padded.
that's if you
walls.
pay for the the B room. You get the C room. It might be just a computer.
I
and
know some C rooms is pretty alright though.
yeah, I'm talking shit. But
I don't know many C rooms.
You gotta go down to Forest Park. You gotta go down to the country. See, I'm a traveler, bro. Like I don't just travel outside the world. I travel inside too.
Normally the C rooms be like B rooms.
Yeah.
nah,
multiple
they be
B-rooms.
having pre-production rooms where
Well,
you
we
can't
gonna
do nothing
see you
but
to
make
the F
beats.
room, but ain't no mic in there.
12 had 3
Nah,
B-rooms.
I done been into an F room though.
You gotta bring.
You said
your
ain't
own
no mic in there?
Nah.
Yeah.
Mostly those
for
rooms are normally
production.
used for production,
Yeah.
cook-up rooms.
Yeah.
But it should be a computer in there, and you should have a nigga sitting in the chair who know what he doing. Hopefully.
We done went on another tangent, but the question was,
You
which
asked how
equipment?
to- Oh.
Yeah, I wanted to
Oh, what
see
did
what
he
are the
ask?
functionalities of a
Oh,
section.
what equipment? Should
What
a nigga
equipment
get?
should we buy?
A computer.
Yeah, well, what's the most important piece of equipment?
Universal audio and a mic.
Yeah, the mic.
An
The mic and
interface.
interface.
but
Right,
that's
interface.
just the name.
I like.
Yeah,
it.
Interface,
Skitz name
which-
dropping today.
Yeah. An interface is what
It
takes
name
the
drops.
audio from analog to digital, from being able to hear it in real life
Into your computer.
into
You
your
can't
computer.
just plug the mic into here.
Yeah,
It
you
won't work.
need the interface.
You probably can.
If you had a USB mic,
If you had a USB mic, you know what I'm
USBs are
saying?
cool, bro. But if you had a studio and you paying money, I don't know if you want them niggas to have.
You
no
can pull up a
USB mic.
USB mic.
yeah, that's crazy.
Hey, that's
Nah.
hilarious.
Like,
Hey.
bro, we could have did this at the house.
Damn, I think somebody
But-
had a USB mic the other day.
But we was
Hey,
saying
when I
something-
first got here, hey,
Oh, but
we was getting it in when I first got
Nah,
here.
Hey,
ain't
when
no
somebody
wrong
had a
with getting it in
USB
at
mic.
somebody's house.
Yeah, for sure. In
I ain't going to know.
we was in the dorm room with the
official
USB,
studio,
the
hell
little
no.
joint.
I'm telling you, I'm fancy when it comes to studios. You gotta have
should.
anointment
You
or
should.
better.
What's
Got
the
to. Like, what kind of mic this is? Nah, bro, I'm
I
straight.
need them candles lit when I get up.
Yeah, I need some 2 bottles of water. You know what I'm saying?
what's the
But-
worst session y'all ever been in?
Worst session.
Worst session.
Look, can I give a story?
Engineering or artist? Wise.
Let me give
Both.
a story.
What's his story?
Worst session.
It's not a real story. But I was at a studio, man, and when I was in there, it was like 30 niggas in there. It's a studio that I had just started. But look, bro, I'm in there. Niggas like, man, niggas was like sipping on syrup like that. Niggas like, Skitz, you got a baby bottle?
A baby bottle. It's crazy. for the shirt.
That's freaking hilarious.
I'm like, out of all the niggas, they thought to ask who would
Right.
have a baby bottle
You look like you got a
during the
kid.
session.
Skit, you got a perk?
You got no Percocet? No, bro, I don't have no perks or no baby bottle.
Oh my
What the
god,
fuck?
that's crazy.
When I wasn't a
I
West
might have an extra baby bottle in my book.
You know what? I do got a baby bottle.
My
but
baby mama's had it.
I don't really know. I think my early days, probably my worst sessions was like, I don't really know if I had worst sessions, bro. I kind of always been fine.
Yeah.
My bad, I'm sorry. But I don't think I ever had no worst session.
My worst session.
Worst session is crazy. Oh my god. I had the most horrible session here at my crib. Like,
With yourself?
nah, it wasn't just me. I ain't gonna say too much, but it was horrible. Like, vibe was killed, for sure. I just ended it. I was like, yo.
Oh yeah, that would probably be one of my worst sessions.
Yeah,
If, like the
like,
vibe wasn't right or something.
Just
Yeah, I don't think I ever been in there.
I can't think of like off the top of my head.
Cause
what's a worst
I ain't really
session.
I ain't jump in the water until I was ready. Like honestly, I ain't start engineering people until I had engineered myself so many times. Like I knew.
It
how
could
to
be
do
you
it.
as an
like
artist.
I still
though.
learn more.
It could be you as an artist
Yeah,
and had a
that's
worst
what-
session.
Oh, well, me as an artist.
that's what I was talking about.
Nah, for sure. I done had some worse sessions as an artist. Like, I mean, it just come down to me. Like, bro, I got it. Don't worry about it. And he's sitting on the couch and I'm engineering myself.
Dang, for real?
Yeah.
That was tough.
Damn, was you paying this nigga?
Nah,
At
not
first?
at that point.
I mean, obviously not after you kicked him out, but like,
Nah, I'm a fair dude. Should I give you what I pay you for the hour? But like, bro, I got it. I'll take it from here. You did great.
man,
We got it.
I don't think I had pretty good like sessions for most of my life. You know, I've been recording for a while, but recently it was like it didn't even have anything to do with just we couldn't even get to the recording part because the vibe was killed. It was like, yo, I don't even want. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
It was over with.
Well, we know that your vibe gets killed pretty easy. So
Not pretty easy.
Yeah, I don't know. I can't think of it.
yeah, I think most of that shit be smooth.
I think it'd be like just an energy
I'm
thing.
saying this shit, like Sid said, this shit is not brain surgery. It's easy.
Easy money.
Big Chris. That's all we got.
I thought you was gonna ask about the DAW. That's why I was saving it.
Well, go ahead, Skitz. Skitz done said it 2 or 3 times.
That's
Go
what
ahead,
I'm saying.
Skitz.
I was waiting
What?
for him to ask about the
What's
DAW.
the best DAW, or what do we
that
use?
was one of the things.
I did want to ask
So
y'all
we could,
about
I was
that.
really gonna go into
What
like,
does DAW work stand for,
y'all said
Skitz?
some what is it? Digital audio.
Oh, your
Workspace.
workspace. Oh,
Look at
workspace.
that. Give me my.
What Trayvick said? Workshop,
I said
digital
station.
audio work. Oh, workstation.
It's work.
It probably is workstation.
It's work position.
Okay. What did y'all say though?
It's digital rework.
We
said
working
work.
station.
We said workspace.
But nah,
Workspace.
y'all said
It
something
probably is
about,
workstation.
It's for sure workstation.
Digital audio workstation.
It's definitely workstation, by the way.
Who gives a no,
cares?
Look at y'all.
But really though,
What y'all thought it
who
was?
gives? Bruh, nobody. But
What's the best DAW?
Pro Tools.
Go ahead, Skitz.
Pro Tools
Why?
is the
Why is
standard.
it Pro Tools?
Yeah, why is it?
Because it's the
You go
standard.
advocating for it. Look, and you better be able to answer that now. It's
Why
the
is it
best.
Pro Tools? It's a real answer.
Huh?
It's a real answer to that
Yeah.
because it's used.
Yeah,
in
yeah, it's a
all
real
studios.
answer. I mean, I'm sure there's a science,
It's
It's
compatible.
It's the
scientific
standard.
answer to it.
Yes,
The workflow is the easiest and best.
No, the fuck it's not.
This shit is the most difficult program.
Once-
You Skit. What the hell is
Niggas
this,
used
bro?
to be afraid of
This
bro.
shit is funny,
Bro,
bro.
niggas
Teachers
are
used to
terrified
teach
of
us that, Skit.
What?
They would tell, bro. Well,
Once you get, once
y'all
you
listen
know
to
it.
Trayvick.
Once
Y'all
you
look,
know it,
camera,
nigga.
looking at me.
Niggas
Look,
are still
bro, they will
terrified
tell
of
you, bro. Teachers told us to our face, this is not NOT. This is not work friendly.
No, they say
Or
user
user-friendly.
User friendly is different from it being the best, like easiest
what
to
I've been
work.
waiting
The
on.
easiest. What? Talk about this time.
Trayvick.
Here he comes.
We ain't have enough
That don't
debatable
even make. That don't even
subjects
make
today.
sense.
That's not what I'm trying to say. I'm trying to say it.
There are platforms that are probably way easier
It's
to work.
Mixcraft.
Like,
Okay, I don't mean-
Mixcraft was 30 times easier.
we know how
They
to
were
use.
okay.
Pro
They
Tools.
were. We know how to use it. It's not the
It's
easiest.
comfortable to us.
it's not the easiest to use.
Tell a nigga to pull
Once
up the
you know how to
transport
use it, it's the best because it's
That's like a
fire. Like
speaking of barber's yard, they're like nigga using a razor, like and it take them all
these
day,
clippers.
and he could do you the clip like, nah, bro, that's just what we know how to use, and it's the industry standard. No, that I will say. You know,
But it's
I ain't been
also-
as many places as Skitz, but from here to the other side of the country, LA, like every studio you go in, that's a respectable.
But once you know it, it's.
studio, they gonna have Pro Tools.
But once you know it, the workflow is fire.
That's
To
like
us,
anything, though.
Bro,
Yeah, like that's like anything. Though.
No.
I know a nigga that will run niggas up under the table using Studio One.
yeah, for sure, cool. But is it
Matter of
not?
fact, shout out B.
But the
For
point
real.
is, there's so many things that Pro Tools just is way better and fire at than a lot of these things.
Are you
We not
familiar
saying
with
it's
Studio
not
One?
better.
Hold on. Are you familiar with? Are you
I've opened it once.
not familiar? Let me rephrase. Are you
Do you know it?
Yeah. Are you comfortable with Studio One?
Hell no.
Are you comfortable with Ableton?
Yeah, I could get comfortable.
You could get. I should just stop. I'm ahead. Skip. We not. You're comfortable with Ableton. You can go in Ableton right now with no one around, not pull up no YouTube video or nothing. Just open Ableton and you're fluent in it.
I think.
Well,
Ableton
fluent
is
and
difficult.
comfortable is different,
I
but
think
Fluent
Ableton
and
is
comfortable.
very
They have to
confusing,
be at least second or third cousins. Comfortable and fluent. Like, come on.
I'm not like I am with Pro Tools.
I know you're not. You comfortable may be a stretch. The point that I'm making before I go through and ask you about as many dolls as I can think about,
I'm like that with Logic though, but continue.
I would probably give you Logic, and those are probably the two. Now maybe on
But
And Machine,
on
and
some
Machine.
production
Logic
wise, I was
is
gonna say
pretty easy,
Machine
though.
production wise maybe, and I don't even think you can track in
Yeah,
Machine.
you can track a Machine, bro.
You can?
Yeah.
Oh, I ain't know that. Okay.
I mean, it's not
But-
sexy, but you can.
The point I'm making is you probably would want to be at least fluent in multiple, or at least comfortable in multiple, before you would be able to say that Pro Tools is, you know, the workflow is better in Pro Tools. But even then, right, it's all gonna be subjective.
I mean, but it's all pretty much the same. Once you learn where the record button is and things like that.
No, that's not true.
Yeah,
How's
I
it?
agree with Trayvick.
I mean, because they all so each one of these platforms, you know, like to have a great workflow and move quickly like we do in Pro Tools. There's quick keys and stuff like that.
Well,
They're
never
different.
Mind. Never mind. I agree with what Skit's saying there.
What are you saying? What? They're different in each.
Because he's
each
saying once
dog.
you know they are different, but it don't matter. Because to this person that knows all the quick keys, everything about GarageBand, like the workflow is probably, you know what I mean?
Probably what was
They probably love the workflow.
I
of
just say you
GarageBand.
just gotta know where the record button is. After
But
that,
that's-
you can
that's
figure
what
everything
Like
out.
I don't know scientifically, if that's even the word I'm looking for, enough, or I don't know, technologically enough about Pro Tools to tell you why Pro Tools is better than all the other ones. I just know.
Well, I can tell you
the
that it has
biggest
a lot of features that
engineers
most of
in the
them
game.
don't.
Go ahead. I'll let you. Tell
Like
me.
gain staging and like turning up the gain and going down. Logic has been around for years and just now got that.
You said they just got what?
Gain staging. So like you know the part where if you click on the actual track and you can on the little corner you can turn
Of
up
course.
the gain.
Of
That
course.
does not that just now became a thing in Logic.
What?
That just became a
You
thing
talking
in
about literally
Logic.
just turning the value up?
No, bro, not the volume over there. Gain staging. Looking at the wave file, you know how
Oh, making the WAV file bigger?
Sorry, y'all. We
Not-
really doing this
not
mid-pod,
bigger,
but I got
not bigger, but okay. So you can't do it right now because we're recording. If you went over here, right? When it stopped, there's a little. There's something that says 0 right here, 0 dB. And you turn it up. But that's different than this.
you can turn the clip up.
Yes, clip gains, turning it up.
You can make the
Essentially
clip
turn
louder.
Yeah.
Let me speak like I know what I'm.
Essentially turning the volume.
You know what I'm saying? Let me talk like I know what I'm talking about.
But you can't do that in Logic. You can now,
That's
but you
crazy.
couldn't do that for the longest.
That's the most basic thing
doesn't
ever.
make any
Exactly.
logical
So
sense.
that
Essentially, he's literally just talking about making the clip that you recorded.
it's called gain staging.
Right.
You know, you can look it up and understand the difference between that and volume. But what?
Do we gotta look up the definition of gain?
No, I'm saying we don't. I'm not saying we have to look
It's
at
gonna
it.
get louder.
What it takes, man. If
Is it not?
that's part of what it
Is
takes.
it not, bro?
What, making it louder?
If you turn the gain up, it's gonna get
No,
louder.
it's literally making it louder. I don't even know how else to look. I literally don't even know how else like to word that. They're literally synonymous.
Okay.
But I feel him on using the correct
volume
jargon
is the overall,
and teaching people. I feel
guess.
him on that.
But gain, like
It
bro,
is called gain.
Is volume. If I turn
Gain
the
is
gain
volume,
down,
for
it's
sure.
it's gonna be softer.
If you turn the gain down, yeah, it's gonna be less
Okay.
loud. If you turn it up, it's gonna be louder for sure.
versus a limiter, vice versa.
Okay.
But
But yeah. So with that, that's a very basic tool that we all.
Other
from-
dolls didn't have that before either. Or are you speaking?
I'm
just to
speaking.
Logic?
I'm speaking on logic. Just became a thing. So imagine if that's something that simple is very new, like this year.
But that's just that doll.
That's just
There
that
might have
doll.
been
But
10 other dolls that
I'm
do this.
saying, but imagine the different things that you can't do in different dolls versus what you can.
But it
do.
may be other dolls that have things
I
that
was,
Pro Tools don't
I was
have.
gonna say too. I think even more simple
gotta
than
be,
that.
like-
We're nerding out right now. By
It's-
the way,
You are, but
Right?
I wasn't
Thank you.
gain
trying to.
station is not value.
you are.
I'm just.
Well, look.
You said you didn't like. I'm just explaining why
Please,
it could be.
please look. Even simpler. I think the bounce, because when people see sessions from other, you gotta,
Wait.
yeah, you gotta transport it into another file. Like the way that things bounce on Pro Tools is already like what it's supposed to be. But if somebody sends you, if a person sends you a session from somewhere else, you gotta what's the thing you gotta do? I haven't done that.
Because in
shit.
FL, is Pro Tools the only one with offline bouncing?
No.
I feel like FL bounces quick too.
But not that. I'm talking about the files. Like if I send you a session that I recorded in FL, it's not gonna be compatible with Pro Tools being like
for
the
sure.
industry standard.
But that's
Most
any DAW. You can't go from DAW to DAW, like
Well,
unless you bounce them as a WAV file and like. But he talking
Pro
about the
Tools
session.
has a setting that you could go from other DAWs to Pro Tools.
For real?
Yes, you could.
So you could open a Logic session in Pro Tools.
You could grab the stuff from. You can easily grab files from a Logic session and import them how they would be in your Pro Tools session.
I don't understand what you just said.
Okay, there's a let's say
Can
somebody.
you open a Logic session in Pro Tools?
Yes.
You pretty much drag and drop.
No,
It sounds like
that's not what you're doing. You go into the setting and you. I could. If I remembered correctly, I could go in and find it. But there's a way to import everything from there. Not how you would imagine, like just grab all from the folder. No, it's like it will import everything from that Logic session into Pro Tools in the Pro Tools format.
I mean, but that's
I
like
don't
pulling up
understand
the thing. Like we know how to do that. That's what I'm talking about.
No, I know how to import session data and I know how to import audio, but I don't know how to import from a different DAW or a different just files.
I mean, but
that
importing
aren't
session,
compatible with Pro Tools.
but you can import session data from Logic though.
And
Did you know
convert
that?
it though, right?
That's what I'm saying. I don't know how to convert files that aren't compatible with Pro Tools.
I think
Like what?
everything
That's
is
new.
compatible.
What files wouldn't
What's
be?
not compatible? Is it things that's not compatible? Like sessions?
I would imagine any DAW that's not Pro Tools wouldn't be compatible with Pro Tools.
Well, you could bring the session and convert it though.
That's what I'm saying. I don't know. How do you do that? I've never.
Shit, you pull
how do
up
you
the,
convert
Session data.
Convert a session.
Import session data from,
Then it'll go through the whole little.
and it will come from Logic without you having to drag each individual file and preset and everything and go into Pro Tools.
I've never seen it before.
I've seen
I
I've
didn't know
seen
you
it and
could
done it.
You could bring in
This is what
DAWs
I think,
that weren't
I
Pro
think
Tools.
that's what I'm saying. I think that's what makes Pro Tools the thing.
Can you do that on other DAWs?
I'm not sure.
I don't know.
I never really learned that
And
much
that was
about
my
other
point at the
DAWs.
beginning. We only know Pro Tools. I don't even know why we just had a 30-minute conversation and no one can advocate for other DAWs.
I know
There may
FL
be someone that's
Studio.
like, oh, Ableton or whatever reason, just whatever DAW can do everything you just said. Oh, and you can do this in that DAW.
I think the main point, like
But
we all
Pro
said,
Tools is fire.
it's the industry standard.
I just don't know enough about other DAWs to tell again why Pro Tools is what it is.
More fire than the other ones.
Because it is.
Besides the fact that it's the industry norm for sure.
And that would be a great video for us to like make a song and a different song and a different DAW or something like that.
That would be fire, actually.
But I think
I don't know those
that might
DAWs
be
well
that might be
enough.
the winner too, because Pro Tools quality and audio, like vocals, like
can sound
But you're
different.
not gonna tell though.
No, you can tell. I
can't
can
tell.
tell when a song is recorded
Nah, I
in
think
Logic
you can
versus
tell.
Pro Tools. 100%.
Because
Bro.
it's different.
You can tell, man, bro.
I
Now
think
the
I look.
conversation going somewhere.
This is crazy, but I'm gonna agree with Trayvick on that one.
I disagree with both of y'all, and I don't think either one of y'all know.
Now I know for
You
a
may
fact
know
that shit don't
yours. You're
sound-
not gonna hear a different artist and say, "Man, he recorded that in FL," or "Man, she recorded
You
that."
might not know what he recorded in, but you gonna tell that shit ain't right. It ain't like it don't sound as clear.
But
as
that could be the mic. You know what I'm saying? Somebody could record on a shitty ass mic,
you never had.
but use Pro Tools, and it still don't sound.
Have you ever had an artist who never recorded on Pro Tools and then they first time recording on it and they like in awe?
No.
Well,
Since I was young, since I was a kid, since I was a teenager, even that, right? Even Pro Tools kind of has this allure to it too, I feel like. Because just as a kid, before I even knew what a DAW was, I just knew we had to record on Pro Tools. 'Cause that's what everybody. So that's kind of how I look at Pro. But shout out Pro Tools. I love Pro Tools. It's the only DAW that I use for real, unless I'm like making a beat or something.
We damn near
But
giving them a sponsorship.
yeah, I mean, y'all did that.
get on
Like
the
I,
table.
like I said,
I mean, we recording this shit right now through Pro Tools. I mean, what are you talking? Are you like?
on that note, that's hilarious. That's facts. We are using Pro
Nah,
Tools.
I fuck with
You know what I'm saying? I love Pro Tools. It's what I know. But
Y'all was saying something else earlier about making sure your session is clean though.
Man, be organized.
Yeah. Just be
Do not have that shit looking disgusting, bro.
as organized as you can. I'm sure all DAWs are like this, but
Yeah, you could
shout out
color
Pro
code
Tools again.
everything.
They make it very easy. Yeah, I'm not finna get them no whole product placement,
Yeah, man.
but
It's too late at this point, but
Hey man,
yeah, just make sure it's cleaned up. You can
What
color
it takes.
coordinate.
niggas
you
gotta
can-
record
you
on
can-
something.
You can use tabs. You can use the tabs on the side and name your
yeah, you could have
your
a
tracks
blast.
and
For sure have a blast.
keep it clean.
Yeah, man.
Cleanliness is next to
Godliness.
godliness.
Peace to the guy as the silence eases in. What else you got, Chris? That was it.
That's been it.
Yo. Hold up. I think you keep knocking yours out of place, brother.
Yeah.
Whoa. Check. All right, we back.
We
live.
back. Live.
We
in
back, but
effect.
we gone. What's how we feel?
We done.
That's all we got, man.
I mean, you can round it off. Anybody got some closing remarks?
Y'all can do that. I've been animating the thing.
Are we going? You have been doing that?
Okay.
All right.
Yeah.
Well, make sure to. Nah, but did he?
Oh, he didn't. You talking about?
Did he?
he said you didn't bring up the fact that we releases.
Track singles have been dropped because you.
This boy Skitz. He's not getting out of here without Chris letting folk know.
Nah, you got to, twin.
What was-
Skitz has
Y'all,
been putting in
When
work.
was
He
Skit's
has
last
been
release?
dropping music. I was
I
just
wanna
looking
do
at
this.
the
I got
album.
When
you,
was his
Skitz.
last release, man?
I got you.
Nah, everybody, because I know niggas done dropped.
I got
singles.
you.
I said mine. My last one was July of last year.
Yeah, but that's better than 2020.
Not for sure.
No, everybody's dropped. He said an album.
Yeah,
he
he
did
told
say that.
But the way
But
it was-
Skitz Pittz has dropped. Don't play with him.
Don't play with him. Mr. Miyagi.
You
I
just-
see 5 uploads
What's that?
This
this year alone on YouTube.
on the tuber.
Hey,
And then
Okay, my boy.
and then on Apple Music,
Well,
He said, "Well,
he ain't dropped nothing this year yet.
on Apple Music. Oh, well, he just told us
Yeah, but it was 2022. It was December.
end of last year. Yeah.
It was November.
that was a return."
Man, I'm
Tomorrow
finna go
to live.
great,
Tomorrow to
man. Y'all,
Hey,
man.
listen,
wait, and
I
for
feel you. I feel you, gang.
I'm finna go so crazy.
Member.
Hey, don't be too loose with that.
I
Game.
meant to change it to member.
They giving out Ricos like cookies at
Yeah,
the
yeah,
studio
yeah.
right
I feel you, brethren in Christ.
Anybody that know me know I don't bang nothing. Only thing I'm banging is iron, banging and clanging.
What?
All right, I know I'm tired now.
now. Leap that one.
And on that note,
Nah, if you know, you know what I just said.
oh, I didn't even hear it for real. But
Clanging and banging.
Nah, I don't know that one.
so movie. See, he loves these random.
I'm the hardest working man in the gym. If you know, you know. Hardest working man in the gym.
Yo, he's known for random.
They
movie
know.
Scenes.
This is not a movie scene.
It's not.
They know.
Oh, they know. Well, whoever knows, and
They ain't
drop
in
it.
there-
Drop it in the
They
comments
ain't
and
in
let
there.
us
They
know.
ain't in there pumping that iron enough to know what we talking about.
Oh, okay, I
Oh.
get it. Nah, hold up. Now I
Iron Paradise.
I go crazy.
Come on, we was just in there.
Yeah, finally got Vic out the house.
It's
Hey,
The Rock,
relax,
man.
relax.
Shout out Dwayne Johnson, man.
Dwayne
Oh.
Johnson.
These folks so slow. On that note, take us home, Vic. We
Peace
just
to the
rambling.
God.
Hey,
Say
man.
something, man.
Or
Say something
Skitz.
inspiring.
Listen, man. If you want to grow in whatever you're doing, man.
All right, let me do it.
Well, I was finna ad lib him too. If you want to grow,
like this nigga, because I wasn't going
if you want to grow and you want to know,
for sure.
What was you gonna say, man?
Get out the door.
It almost sound prolific. If you want to grow, we listening.
I lost the train
you
of
want to
thought.
grow
but what I
and
will
you want to
say,
know, then for sure,
get out that door and make it happen.
there you go,
You heard?
toe to toe.
Toe to toe for the
Give us a real
For the
man,
foe.
real rap. Give us some real rap
real rap, man. Listen, man.
to sum it up.
I think what's the most important part about all of this is if you gonna enter a realm of creativity, whatever that is, if it's engineering, artists, whatever the case may be, and you want to do what it takes, right? One of the things it takes is staying at it and really honing your skills. And somebody gonna give you a chance. Skitz might give you a chance. Trayvick might even give you a chance if you really look like you really trying to do
Trayvick
that.
not gonna give you.
And Breed, you know what I'm saying? Hey, he'll help you get that chance from somebody else. I'm just playing.
He will point you in the direction to get.
As an
Breed
engineer.
ain't giving out no chances.
No,
now.
I'm just like, nah. He gonna give you a chance too, man.
I think also it's important to this could be a topic, but you know, just keeping good people around you.
Oh man, it's so
You
important.
know, your accountability partners. This road can get very long, and very cold at times. And having people around you that inspire you, that you inspire them, it's amazing. So,
Nah, for sure.
all laughter and BS aside for a second, you know, I don't know if we cover that or go into that enough. Even like a situation like this pod, like it's amazing to have people that, you know, I consider brothers, actual family, friends, you know, real brothers, to do something like this with. So just want to throw that out there.
Yeah, man. Okay. I like that.
Can I add on to the length road?
Yeah.
Nah, cause bro, Chris, he just jumped off that cliff, man. He growing his wings now.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm
Yeah,
saying?
man.
That's part of that long road too, this long journey. But man, the thing we gotta realize about all this stuff, you know, if you're trying to on the road to be an engineer, on the road to be an artist, whatever career path you choosing, it's the road less traveled, right? So it's like they what's the saying they say? It's lonely at the top,
Mm-hmm.
but I don't think it's lonely because ain't nobody around. It's lonely because of all the people you gotta leave behind who ain't with what you with. because it's such a thin road that you gotta go through. So only a chosen few can make it through that joint. So,
because you have to be crazy to do, to have certain dreams, right?
Yeah.
You're crazy. Like,
you pulling this out of nowhere. Just
you're going against the grain. You're going against what most humans are doing with something. And we might have talked about that on this pod already, but you know,
man,
in
I
our
never hear
field,
too
in a
much.
field that doesn't tell you what's coming next, you don't necessarily know what the next step is. You don't know when you're gonna get this money or this time that you invested back. You know, well, you can never get the time back, but you know what I mean. You put in certain money, you don't know when you're gonna make it back. You know, so you almost have to be crazy to go into this.
Yep.
Yeah, man.
So
Man,
that's what it takes.
That's what it takes, man. Thank you so much. We out of here.